Up, looks like we are ready to go.
Roar!
Aha! What's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of the Narik Chase channel. I'm your boy Narik Chase, and with me again, I have Miss Madam B,
Hi.
and we are doing another edition of the Madam B and Narik reviews. And in this video, we're going to be reviewing Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom.
Hi.
Now we did speak a little bit upon it when we were talking about when we had the break of the debates with the Jurassic Park break of the debates, 2 videos. But we decided to go ahead and talk about Jurassic World: The Fallen Kingdom and what we liked about it and what we didn't like about it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and kick this bad boy into gear.
Eric, why don't you start off?
Okay. There's a lot to like about this movie, but I feel like there's a lot not to like about this movie, and I'm one of those types too. Now that I actually thought the movie was really entertaining. It was a lot of things and sequences that I really appreciated about the movie. First of all, the story was pretty interesting, and I like the direction that the movie did go with the story. Whether it's the whole half of the movie having to deal with them in this island being destroyed, and then the other storyline where they're at this house and what's going on with the genetics and the dinosaurs
That was
there.
a museum. I don't care what you say.
I don't know who in the hell was staying something like that, rich
Yeah.
folks. But um, and I thought the story was pretty good. Had some interesting twists in it, and I did not mind those twists specifically when it came to the little girl. That I did not see that coming. It was really good, and I was always wondering why he never showed that picture. Every time they would emphasize that picture a little, they just tease it a little bit, but they never actually showed you. And then you look at the picture, you see why. So that was a really interesting thing, especially, and there were some side stories that I thought were different, which that was one of them. And I did like the evolution of the characters from the first Jurassic World movie and what we see they're doing now. And this is, of course, the characters of Chris Pratt's character and Bryce Dallas Howard, and how the experiences have shaped where their relationship is and what they've both been doing since Jurassic World. So I really did like their characters. Um, Kind of like with like in Jurassic Park, how the Grant was a paleontologist, but the rest of the movies he's still a paleontologist. And it's like, no, in these 2 movies they were this, and then all of this happened, and then they decided like she's not the head of no theme park anymore. I mean, it got destroyed, but what was she doing now? She was a journalist or the head of an activist or something like that.
Yeah, she's trying to save the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Save the animals.
So you're not, and it's cool because it shows her character evolved. In the first movie, she didn't see them as actual animals. She was like they were just property basically. And now they're animals to her. And they're living things. So I did appreciate that. Some of the new characters, really the only significant character in the movie that was entertaining as hell was the chick. What's her name? What was that girl's name?
Daniella.
That's her name? The one that was talking all that crap? Yeah, Zia Rodriguez. Yeah, okay, yeah.
I don't get before this movie, the other movie, she was doing that, but now she's in this group to protect the animals. Like, many other people wouldn't care. Like, I almost got killed. I'm not gonna do that. But she's still finding some way to protect the animals and get them off the island that is now gonna be engulfed in volcanic ashes and lava and all that.
She said volcanic ashes. So I liked her character. She was the only character that was like in the movie that was like I like her character.
Okay.
I really enjoyed her character. Now the performances solid. I actually thought the performances were really good. I didn't really see any problems with the performances. Chris Pratt's badass as usual. I like Bryce Dallas Howard, and I do like the chemistry they have. Again, I really liked Daniella Pineda. I don't know how to say Pineda. I don't know what to say. I'm gonna say Zia, the chick the Zia chick. I really liked her character. and her performances. So okay,
Okay. So it starts off after Jurassic World
2 years, wasn't it?
3.
3 years after Jurassic World.
Yeah, they actually said it in 2018 on the movie.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's like 3 years later in 2018.
I didn't realize that.
So they want these people, they want to get the dinosaurs off the island before they all get
Blown
lost
to hell.
in lava. So he calls Claire, but before that, they're in a courtroom, basically. Not courtroom, but a little.
Yeah, it was like a courtroom.
Yeah. And we do have an appearance from Dr. Ian Malcolm.
Jeff Goldblum, and as much as I complained about him returning for this movie, it actually made sense for him to be in this movie.
It did.
So we didn't get another like The Lost World.
Yeah, he's telling them that just let nature take its course. Let them just be wiped out, basically. Just fix Hammond's mistake.
And honestly, he's kind of a dick for that too, because I'm like, the dinosaurs can't help it that they are what they are. It's like, so why just let them die? You brought them back. Why let them die like that? The only thing about it is you left them on an island.
An island.
Yeah, you put them on the island. You didn't hell alone. Don't interfere after that. That's the big problem with Jurassic Park series.
Yeah.
They have an area with dinosaurs, then they try to interfere. Every time they interfere, stuff go left. But yes, he had an interesting part in the movie. The reason why they brought Claire and Chris Pratt's characters back is because Claire has information about the systems on the island to locate the animals. They need Blue, the Velociraptor from the first
What
movie.
information did she have? They said to
Access the
yeah.
and they needed her to do it. Like she had DNA, like a DNA thing.
Okay.
It was either a password or a code she knew, or it was a DNA. And I think it was a DNA too, because I remember she did touch the little thing and open the door or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And plus, she did have information on like how to find the dinosaurs, because they all had locators and stuff. At least the ones that were alive at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And they needed Chris Pratt's character to get Blue, because he's the only person that can track her down, who can.
And the last.
And she's the last one of her kind. And for some reason, they're trying to make Blue like this hero. Like, no, she's a pretty savage beast that'll kill a person and no problem. And she has done it in Jurassic World, and she does the crap again in this movie. Granted, they try to play it off because they were bad guys, but
Yeah.
But anyways, let's just get on with it. Visually, the movie does look really good. The soundtrack is really good. The best of what we've seen from Jurassic Park and Jurassic World series. The writing has some issues. Aside from all the enjoyment, there's some really, I would give this movie this. There are some fantastic, memorable sequences in this movie. One of them is, of course, the Brachiosaurus scene.
Yes.
When the humans are leaving the island and then the Brachiosaurus is crying.
And there is another part to that.
Yeah. Also, another great sequence in the movie, and one of my favorites, even though it's kind of a stupid scene, it looks really cool.
Mm-hmm.
The part where the Indoraptor climbs on top of the house and it stands there and it like roars while it's raining and there's lightning and stuff going on, so it made it seem like that's a badass scene. Even though it was stupid, because I was like, it got out of the building. Why is it still there? Why didn't it just run off into the trees?
One of my favorite scenes, of course, is when the Tyrannosaur came out and roared. Like that very same roar from the first one.
I'm tired of that. And one of my things I liked about the movie, they showed new dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, whether those were genetically engineered ones or whether they were actual dinosaurs, I'm not sure. Like that part, that dinosaur, that T-Rex came out. They had the one. It looked like a smaller T-Rex with horns.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if that was a real dinosaur or not. And then the part where Claire and the girly guy, what was he doing that kept screaming all the time and made me mad? It was a part that dinosaur attacked him. But I was like, was that a new dinosaur or was it like an original dinosaur? So that's one thing I did like about this movie. They did introduce new ones.
Yeah, they did introduce new ones. It's like, okay, what have they been doing? Have they been going to the island and doing that, or have they been?
No, you got to think about it. In Jurassic World, they let people know that they were genetically modifying dinosaurs, and they would have escaped if they. But they just didn't show it in Jurassic World. So
they just got a thing for to start shooting.
And I hate the fact that the T-Rex showed up in that scene because it overshadowed that whatever that was.
Oh,
and in fact, it not only did it once, it did it twice. It did it at the beginning of the movie when they're trying to get off the freaking island, and it did it at the end of the freaking movie too. So I'm tired of them bringing that damn T-Rex out all the damn time. That's a big island. Why does that T-Rex always show up? And another thing I'm like, the Indoraptor was good. I really enjoyed not the Indoraptor. My problem with the Indoraptor was it didn't get the proper screen time like the Indominus Rex did.
Right.
Because the Indoraptor came out in like the last 20 to 30 minutes of the movie.
It was caged, and they was trying to use it as a.
Oh yeah. One of the sequences in the movie that I enjoyed the most was when they were selling the dinosaurs. Because that's what the Hammond, all the good guys of the series were afraid were going to happen, and then in this movie it happened. They were auctioning off the dinosaurs.
Yeah, and of course, Henry Wu, he was the mastermind behind it all. So
maybe not the mastermind behind, but he's the reason why the genetic stuff.
Yeah, he was a big part of it.
So. Yes, yeah. So I really enjoyed that sequence too.
He was the one that the Indominus Rex and the Velociraptor and then spliced them together.
Mm-hmm. So that was a great scene, a great sequence too. My problems with the movie were the convenience in the writing. Oh my gosh. When the little kid snuck into this highly secured facility, I was like, really? That doesn't make any sense. When that one part she was backed up next to that cage, that thing should have killed her. Because they had the line of where it could reach out, how far it could reach. She passed that line, and it was slowly putting the hand out toward. Now, for those we'll talk spoilers. I don't care. The girl's a clone. The Indoraptor is a part of the genetic process as well. My thing was that's the first time you notice the thing don't kill her right out. So when you find out she's a clone, you're like, well, maybe it's some kind of like a level, like on a level, since they're both technically clones. You know what I'm saying?
But could that be?
But like I said, it's like on Alien Resurrection. Ripley was a clone. The Queen was a clone. The Queen didn't kill Ripley because they did share that kind of bond.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, well, if the girl's a clone and this thing was created from genetic manipulation, maybe there was that bond. Because what happened? When the thing got out the house, it went straight towards that girl. And then when it got to the girl, it didn't kill her immediately.
Maybe.
So but that was a ruined storyline because it didn't really do anything with it. And then
now back to what you were saying about the Indoraptor and not no screen time.
Like that should have been something. Me personally, the Indoraptor should have been something they went to that island to get. And when it got back, it escaped. I think because it would have gave it more screen time.
Okay.
And then the whole thing of it being used as a weapon, great idea, poor execution. Because the thing about it was the Indoraptor escaped under the dumbest reasons. I mean, there's literally no reason dumber than what they did put in this movie. This dumbass hunter guy has a bad habit of ripping out the teeth of his prey, and it hit the Indoraptor with some tranks, and then went in there to go get the damn tooth, and then the Indoraptor escaped.
Right. It's like, okay, yeah, I'm a face it. You playing possum, basically.
Which, again, too smart. There's no reason that thing should have known to do that.
Well, they have in several of the Jurassic Parks, they do have the Velociraptor as being very smart, but you know, combine it with the Indoraptor, that thing is smarter than me.
But the thing about it
I
is,
gotta open this door.
your intelligence is gathered over a continuous experience of something. So if you touch something that's hot one time, you're like, okay. If you realize if you're going to go touch it again, you realize it's still hot. You're not going to touch it anymore. So if that thing would have been hit with tranquilizers that kept putting it to sleep over time, then it'll realize when it get hit by tranks, play possum.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the first time we've seen it get hit by tranks. So how would it? You see, it doesn't. It's not supposed to do that. It's too smart. The part when it went to the girl's window, it could have crashed through the window. What did it do? It opened it. How often did they let this thing open windows? So it was too smart. Another problem I kind of had was with Blue, because they tried to make Blue to be this main recurring character hero. Because and then the part with where that room blew up, that the lab blew up, I was like, the thing literally.
It looked at the thing and it was like, oh shit.
The damn Velociraptor literally looked at the gas and then was like, I can get the hell out of here, and took the hell off right when it blew up and jumped like out the window. I was like, how did it know to do that? I was like, see, convenience. Which and that happened to lead to what? Lead to the dinosaurs being released later on in the movie. But I kind of like the moral dilemma they did have with that. It's like, should you kill them, let them die, or should you not? Because it's like, how, and then it wasn't that many. It wasn't really that many. It was maybe 30. And not all of them had the same species with them. Like the T-Rex, there wasn't no T-Rexes in there like that. He was like the only one.
Yeah.
The Velociraptor, that one T-Rex thing with the horns, it showed up again. How many Stegosaurus did we see? Like,
see, the ones we saw in the first one is like all been either dead and just like they're opening up to new ones, because like some of them, like the one with we saw it in the one
the
with
bone and head.
Yeah, we saw it in what, 3?
2.
And yeah, it ran off. They all ran off.
Now, honestly, that thing, like how they escaped through that thing, makes sense. I'll give them that. That makes sense how I got out with that.
Yeah.
And then like another part of it is with the security. We was talking to someone about it. I think it was at Manuel House. We was talking about it. There was no security when the girl went into the laboratory.
Right.
There was no security when they escaped and got on that damn boat.
Did she know the code?
She saw him put the code in, but she was across the room. I was like, how did you know? And even if that was the case, you know what I'm saying, it shouldn't still have been that easy.
And you should have that blocked off from the main house.
Yes, it should be more steps.
Like I said, it was a museum, because you had dinosaur statues or sculptures in the freaking thing where like the girl was just looking up at them.
Yeah.
It's like a museum. So
when they got on the boat, there was no security. When they escaped, there was no security.
They just put on a hat.
When all the dinosaurs escaped, they had security, but I was like, nobody had no weapons. I'm like, really?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody had a trank gun or one of those things you get around them by the neck or anything. I was like, really? They didn't even have an actual gun. And then the one guy you do see with a damn gun, what happened to him? He was getting ate on. I was like, really? Where's the rest of the fucking security?
So it's kind of like how it leads to their escape, and then it's going to lead to the next movie. It's a little bit of a problem up in there, because they just like, okay, we just gonna open the doors and let's set them free. That's basically what they did, because there was nothing stopping them really.
Mm-hmm. And but the best part of the movie, one of the best parts of the movie, I would say this, was the part when the Indoraptor was stalking them, and they were in the darkness, and so they were trying to outmaneuver it. Like that is a great and intense sequence. It was fantastic, and I wish they would do more of stuff like that. Because, like I said, it was the Indoraptor is a great creature. They didn't use it. It would have been freaking better if that guy that owned all of that was behind all this crap used the gun on Chris Pratt's character. Because he was like, all right, if I point this laser at you and I hit this button, this thing gonna go after you.
Yeah.
He should have did that to Chris Pratt's character, so therefore Chris Pratt would have that fight that damn thing. It'd have been him stalking it, fighting this thing.
Right.
That would have made more sense, and you would have seen the thing act as a weapon. But it didn't even do that in the movie. I was like, so what was the hell of the point? What was the point? I'm like, I saw, and then Bryce Dallas Howard's character uses the laser on him to get the thing to fall through the glass or whatever. But I was like, you should have just pointed the damn laser at the antlers yourself, the horns yourself, and let the thing just fall on it.
Okay, it said that the Henry Wu, he wanted to use Blue's DNA to be a more enhanced Indoraptor. He didn't know that, when Blue got hurt, that they had put Tyrannosaur blood in him. So basically, what was? Can they hear us?
Yeah, we good.
So basically, what was he trying to do?
No, he was trying to make a weapon. Because of the Raptor's intelligence, he was trying to make it smarter.
So basically, there was another the Indoraptor from there was another raptor, and then they wanted Blue. Blue was the last of the original.
They had been had raptor DNA. They just needed.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, they needed a fresh sample.
Yeah.
And Blue got shot. Which honestly, I'm kind of on the fence about that. So it's like, so you can put Tyrannosaurus blood inside of a raptor, and it works as raptor blood. But I'm like, what the hell would it matter if her blood's contaminated with T-Rex blood? That's what the damn Indoraptor is. A T-Rex and a freaking raptor. Either that or that's what the Indominus Rex was.
Yeah, Indominus. Yeah.
I think the Indominus Rex was more T-Rex and less raptor, but the Indoraptor is more raptor and less T-Rex. I don't know. I don't know, guys.
Well, all the dinosaurs that survived escaped out into the open. And I guess that's what they're going to open on with the next movie.
And I already told you when we were talking about this in a regular base. The best way to continue this movie off is have it to where they captured all those dinosaurs, throw them in a valley. It's contained. They can't escape, except for maybe the pterodactyls. But everything else can't escape. It's a controlled environment. They can't really do no damage unless you go there like a dumbass.
But they said there will be no more genetic splicing. It's going to be the original animal.
I don't want that. I want some genetic splicing. They've already opened up that can of worms. There's no reason now.
I don't see why they said that about the genetic splicing
because this is what it is. It's supposed to be an adventure movie, but people are so caught on the survival aspect against T-Rexes and raptors. So every movie nowadays, every time there's like a horror moment or whatever, it's a T-Rex or a freaking raptor, which is why I like Jurassic World and this movie, because they created something new. And but it's supposed to be an adventure movie as well. It's not just supposed to be they running for their lives from these damn dinosaurs.
Well, they're gonna do that. They're not gonna put in any more new ones. They're gonna use the original. They want to go back to where dinosaurs is just like a plaything.
Like, I don't want that. I want it to be balanced. I want it to be predators, but I also want it to be some like chill one. It's good. That's one thing I liked about the first movie. They had moments where the dinosaurs were assholes, but they also interacted with dinosaurs that weren't assholes.
All right, you already know what they can do, so you want to probably trap them, lock them up, and let people come and see them again.
No. Best way I could say is this. The next Jurassic Park movie, if they decide they want to make another one, I don't want the T-Rex to be in the damn movie. Fuck the T-Rex. I'm tired of seeing the T-Rex. Fuck the Velociraptors. I'm tired of the Raptors. And if there is Raptors, make it to where it's I don't want the cliched raptors like they've been. I said rappers, raptors like they've been doing. I don't want that.
Well, it'll be something now. They just a whole shitload of raptors is gonna be in the next movie when we know there's only
there's only one.
There's only one.
There's only one. So it should be just that one raptor. But I don't want that raptor to be in the damn movie either. So, I'm sorry. That's why I say the genetic manipulation thing makes sense. You create new ones, you create new scenarios, you create new stories. But if you keep going back to the old ones, and that's the problem with these movies. That's one reason I didn't like this movie. They brought back the T-Rex. For what?
It was a little rare scene.
I'm like, what in the hell? Wow, in the hell? And then the bad guy got his in the end. I hated that. All the bad guys seemingly died in this movie. Or people that were shady. Like, the part of the Indoraptor chased the one guy to the elevator. Mm-hmm. They closed the elevator door before he got there. And then it turns, hits the switch with his tail, breaks it, and then opens up the door, and it goes in there and eats them all. Mm-hmm. I was like, what? And then, and then at the end, the bad guy survives the stampede. And then T-Rex somehow sneaks up on him and eats him. And I was like, they should have been damn left. What was the point? But I did like the end credit part where they were showing what the dinosaurs were doing. The big giant dinosaur was about to eat a shitload of people surfing. The T-Rex and the Mufasa was sitting here yelling at each other. And Blue was sitting here running through the wilderness and stuff. But anyways, what would you give this movie?
You have to give it a 4 out of 5.
Yes, even though it had problems with the writing, entertaining.
Yeah. And
I like the characters and all of that stuff. So I would give it a 4 out of 5 as well. And that brings us to the end of our review.
But they better come correct with this next one.
And none of them damn the BS problems with the writing like we've been having. Gosh, no kids. The Fallen Kingdom had a kid in it. Kid worked. No more kids. We don't need no more kids. But anyways, guys, in the comment section below, let us know, what did you think about Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom? Did you like the movie? Did you not like the movie? Did you like Jurassic World more than you like this movie? Did you like any of the other Jurassic Park movies more than you like this movie? And what the hell did you think of the Indoraptor? Also, be sure, guys, to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification button to get the best of what is going on this channel. And we mostly upload videos on Thursdays, so stay the hell tuned. And we'll definitely catch you guys later. We are going to come back in a few minutes with another episode of Breaking the Base. Peace out.